Hello, my Zesty Lemons. It is I, Lee, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. Today's pick a card is Why You're the Black Sheep. I personally don't like that terminology because, for one, my uniqueness has nothing to do with someone accepting me, right? Neither does yours. So, this reading is to basically tell you the truth as to why you're so rare and so unique. And so, with that being said, go ahead and choose between sheep one, sheep two, and sheep three. If you need a moment, take a few deep breaths and figure out which one calls out to you. And I'm going to go ahead and start with pile one. Let's get it. Hello to everyone that chose pile one. As I said before, this is going to explain why you are considered the black sheep. However, I would like to refer to you as the sheep of onyx because of your rare personality, right? Oftentimes, the black sheep is considered the individual that brings shame to the family. And so we're going to nip that in the behind real quick because I don't believe that anyone that is striving to become great should be referred to as such. And it is this type of mentality that structures individuals to go rogue, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to shuffle for an oracle card, and we're going to build off of that one oracle card, right? Sweet universe. So I am here with pile one, and I would like for you to explain what this means to be considered the sheep of onyx. What is the reason why they are considered the sheep of onyx? What is the reason, sweet universe? Go ahead and shuffle now. What is the true reason my pile ones are considered the sheep of onyx? Pile one. Why are they considered the sheep of onyx? One more. Oops. Feels good right there. So let's go ahead and shuffle. Or not shuffle, but cut the deck. Strong right there. Okay. So the card pulled out for you is focus on success. Okay. So the reason why you are considered a black sheep is because you chose the high route or the high road. You are focused on succeeding in life, whatever that may mean for you. And let's be honest, and yeah, let's be honest here. Whomever considers you family are just mad because you won't stoop down to their level. They don't understand why you don't have time to spend time with them. Now, if you're family, I'm going to say this. Now, if you are someone that is too busy focusing on success when you honestly could spend time with them, then I can understand why you're considered the outcast, if you will. Okay? So if you're longing to be in a connection with them, I highly suggest you set aside time to check on your family. It only takes not even a millisecond to send a text message or a phone call, and even set up a time for you to see everyone that's in your family. Don't miss out on opportunities of getting to know brand new cousins, and don't do that to yourself because of your job or career. Set some time aside to make them a priority at least once. But for some of you, because of the fact that you are trying to focus on success and you're trying to get yourself off the ground, I'm feeling like some of you are trying to get out of the impoverished mindset and also community. You're like, yo, this isn't for me. Okay, so for your family that is just wild and rambunctious, they drink, they smoke, they gossip, they fight, you ain't about that. And so because you don't act like them, they have a problem with this. So this is why, pile one, you are considered the black sheep or the sheep of onyx. So let's go ahead and build on this. Sweet universe, please tell me why focus on success is here. And also it's saying focus on success, like just continue to do what you do. Because I feel that some of you are being mocked. Yeah, they think they gonna do this and this and this and this. They ain't about to do this and this and this. They gonna be right here. Some of you that are in the hood, they're taunting you. Actually, it doesn't matter what. I mean, everybody has a hood. So basically, if you're in a stale, stagnant, I don't know, depressing situation, you're doing the best that you can to get up out of that. And they taunt you about it. Why is focus on success here? Oh, I'm always dropping cards. It's driving me nuts. I need a bigger desk. There we go. Strong right there. Stop chewing. Ah, Jimin. Stop chewing. Thank you. Alright, so we have the Emperor in reverse. I'm not for certain if it's supposed to be this way or not. But anyways, while you're trying to... Can you guys see this? I mean, it looks a little dark. Hold on. Let me fix that. Figure out how to do this. I'm gonna get the background thing off of here and just focus on just the white setting. Are you gonna let me do it, or are you just gonna throw me off? Hold on. I should have done this before I turned on. There we go. That's better. All right. So anyways, we have the Emperor in reverse. And so I feel like someone is trying to dictate your life, trying to tell you what you should be doing, or trying to implant impoverished mindsets, into, or downloads, if you will, into your personal being, basically saying like you're never going to amount to anything, or trying to guilt trip you for wanting to branch off, from the family. Oh, so what? You're gonna leave us behind? Hell yeah, I'm gonna leave you behind. You know, and that's exactly how you should look at that. Because while they're over here taunting you and making you feel some type of way about yourself because they haven't decided to do this for themselves, that has absolutely nothing to do with you. And you have to get away from them. I highly suggest you move away from them. Now, this would be a good read for, you know, children that are 18 and under. And maybe I will do a video, you know, create a channel specifically for teenagers. But I think that this would be perfect for them as well, because this is when that mindset is established. Like, they build you down. You know, it's just not fair. It's not fair at all. Okay, now we have the Two of Swords here in reverse. And so with this mindset, it leaves you feeling confused as to what your true purpose is in life, because they don't want you to succeed. I hate this for you. And we have the Page of Wands here. These are all reversed. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be that way. Hold on, let me check. Okay, so they are supposed to be that way. All right, just to make sure. I do that because sometimes they may be intentionally reversed. I mean, not intentionally, but accidentally. So anyways, with the Page of Wands here in reverse, this is saying that this is stunting your growth and your confidence. And so with this being said, this is going to cause you to develop imposter syndrome. And just kind of leave you to the point to where you feel unmotivated. And I hate that so much for you. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Coins. Okay? So, in reverse, that is. So, basically, they're being selfish. They are being selfish. And here's the thing. When you do become whatever it is that you're wanting to be, they're going to be the same ones and the first ones to be all up in your face talking about how they knew you could do it, yada, yada, yada. And then for some of you, you will have family and friends coming out the woodworks wanting to try to take you to court for some, try not to cuss on here, but for real, but some bullshit that maybe never happened, or, you know what I'm saying, like just some petty shit so that they could try to, you know, hop on your coattails with it. And that is so ridiculous. So ridiculous. No offense, but your family needs to grow up. Alright. Sweet universe, can you tell me why these cards are here? If I can get it together here. So right now, and mind you, let me tell you this. So we're not going to have another retrograde until April. So I'm assuming that you have, if you are aware of the retrograde, you had the opportunity to really see your family and friends and your circle, if you will, show you what they were about. And I feel that this is enough energy and a lot of pressure and fire to spark that inner diamond in you. So the thing is that you were never a black sheep anyways. I would like to prefer to that terminology as an onyx, but deep down inside, you're a diamond. Okay? cards here. It's always the middle. Middle is popping off for y'all. A lot of, it's kind of like the meat and the potatoes in the stew, right? So we have the Three of Cups here. And I feel like what this is saying is to surround yourself with friends that are going to support what you do. I can also say that if you have friends that don't really show support in what you do, it's time for you to change that up. Okay. I also see this as, like I said before, when you do decide, once you know, realize that the things that they're saying to you is just, honestly, is a reflection of who they are. They tell you that you can't do it because they didn't do it, or couldn't do it, or whatever the case may be. You have it in you to make your dreams come true. So they are projecting. Okay. Now, I see this as them celebrating. Like I said, oh, I knew you could do it. Celebrate with those that were... You done scratching? My poor baby got a irritation on his skin. I can't figure it out. I've tried everything. But anyways, surround yourself with like-minded individuals that will support you. We also have the Knight of Wands here. So this is saying to dance to the rhythm of your own tune. You know, so no more confusion as to what it is that you want to do. Dance to the rhythm of your own tune. Don't be led by somebody else's viewpoint of what you should be doing, because truth be told, they really don't care. They just want to have control over what you do. Okay. For somebody to say, well, you need to be a doctor because all of the family are doctors. Okay, and if you decide that you want to be a YouTuber, you have that right to do so. And if you know for a fact that you are going to be amazing at it, okay, they should be appreciative of that. They should never try to push that down your throat. It's just not fair to you. And honestly, I think that it's not so much of being a doctor, like when I think about careers like this. Now, you do have those that have the desire, but that should be their choice to make, right? So for those that have the desire to become a doctor or a lawyer or a surgeon or whatever, kudos on them. But if you are dancing to a different tune, they need to respect that. And like I was saying, I'm falling off here, but what I'm trying to say is I think a lot of that stems from the fact of being part of the higher rank of society, being accepted and being able to make a lot of money. But that comes with a lot of stresses. So is it worth it? For some, it may be. But for you, is it worth it? So we have the Hanged Man here, and this is asking for you to look at things from a different perspective. Don't see things as black and white. Look at things, okay, so also, what that means is don't internalize. I know it's hard, especially when you have them constantly saying crap to you. Don't internalize what they say. I will sound like a broken record. It's only because they are projecting that energy onto you. This is how they feel about themselves. They are the ones that chose to settle for less. They are the ones that misconstrued keeping an open mind for settling for less. That has absolutely nothing to do with you, okay? So do not internalize this as saying, well, I'm cursed or nothing is going to go in my favor, because that is a blatant lie. Okay, the devil is a lie, and we rebuke that. Okay, we rebuke it. We're not going to speak like that. So any type of self-sabotaging because you have adopted that behavior from your parents and friends and boyfriend, girlfriend, whomever, no, we are rebuking that right here, right now. All right, and I mean it. So you start telling yourself, when they try to tell you that you can't, start looking upside down, be like, well, why can't I? Why can't I do this? Why don't you see me being successful? What is it about me that is, that is so threatening to you? Okay, because that's all that this boils down to, is that you are a threat. They don't want to see you succeed. That's all that it is. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords here. There is no need to be confused. I also see this as you got these birds. Birds to me represent communication. You're choosing to turn a blind eye to it. So it's kind of like, I'm going to let y'all battle it out and figure out yourselves, but I'm not trying to see what you're trying to propose. That's exactly how you should be looking at this. I also see this as, you have a choice. Do you want to listen to the nonsense, or are you wanting to do things your way? With that Four of coins, I see that also as in reverse, it's talking about miserly energy. Okay, so the upright is the need to protect what you got going on, because of the fact that they're very greedy. They're going to try to take from you. The audacity, right? That's how it be, though. Family is definitely a trip. Let me look back here because I got to make sure that I stay. All right. I don't want to be late to pick up my kids, and I know I'm very long-winded. All right, let's see. Why are these cards here? So I hope that this helps you to see that all of the self-limiting things that you're saying to yourself, or that was installed in you, is nothing but a blatant lie. And when it comes to friends, misery loves company, right? So that's another thing that you need to focus on. Are your friends talking about success? Are they just sitting around talking about this and this and this that does not pertain to growth whatsoever? Are you listening to the dialogues that you have with your friends? Why aren't they wanting better? Don't try to lower your standards or dim your light to appease people, to make them feel important. No, bump that. You're destined for good things, great things. Why are these cards here? It's always the middle. I'll take it though. All right, so this right here is, why did I sound like country? This right here. So the Eight of Wands, I feel like this is saying that things are going to happen at a fast pace for you. So the things that you have been manifesting or setting intentions for are going to be flying at you fast. So you need to be prepared for these things, because This is fast movement. Okay, so be prepared. Do not stifle your growth because people are afraid that you are going to do better than them. I cannot stress this enough. Just don't do it. Okay? Look at this. If you actually dance to your own rhythm, your wishes will come true. Whatever this may mean for you. Okay? So, self-made. I love this for you. And I feel like even though he has like a, even though he kind of has a smug look, I want to also say to stay humble, because this can be taken from you just as quickly as it's been given to you, okay? But, you could smug or, you know, smirk internally. You know, I mean, or even if it's your family, like if they try to talk shit, then be like, shit, that's why you mad that you ain't got nothing. You know, whatever you gotta do, you know, but just don't treat other individuals like that on a regular. Don't act better than anybody. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. You really shouldn't, don't act like you're better than your family either. Just let your success be a lesson learned for them. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Alright. And so we have the Seven of Swords here. And I see this as them wanting to try to take from you. Trying to steal your ideas, or, you know, just, but the thing is that eventually they're going to get caught. You know, trying to, I feel like this is stealing your ability to become great. But the thing is, they're going to get caught, like I said. And I also see this as imposter syndrome, like we was talking about earlier. So do not allow this energy to stunt your growth. This is why it's saying to look at things from a different perspective. Like I said, why can't you do this? Why are they telling you that you can't? Because I feel like they're trying to take that momentum from you, because they don't want you to do good. All right, and just like we have with the Three of Cups, find individuals that you know that you would work with. This also talks about teamwork, collaborations. So for some of you, you are going to be well known and people are going to want to collaborate with you. Okay? This could also be you helping your family if you choose to do so. That right there. Now there's something in the Bible that says that when you do a good deed to someone that tried to shame you, they would reap hot coals on their head, something like that. So they're gonna feel like shit for the things that they said. That's what I see. And then also at the bottom of the deck here, do all things in love. Okay? Definitely do all things in love. Now that Seven of Swords, I also see here it says not to overthink the situation either. So we'll pull one card from the Afterthought Tarot. Alright, sweet universe. What does pile 1 need to know about the end game of their reading? And I also have a deck over there that I'm going to grab so that I could give you a card of wisdom. I should have done that too. I'm always discombobulated, you know, but you know. It is what it is. I love this reading for you. It feels good. And I hope it feels good for you too. So no, you're not destined for lack at all. Oh, look, different pile this time. All right. The Empress, look at that. So with Miss Empress here, all right, the Empress does not wait for nobody. She has gone through so much, okay? She wasn't born into this. She had to start as a page. She had to make several mistakes. Her family probably made her feel like crap all the time. Friends, ex-boyfriends, and all that. And she finally came to who she was destined to be. She is a diamond within her own right, just like you. This is a creator of all things. This, represents love, wife, mother, all this. But one thing that I love is that she waits for nobody. It took a lot of suitors to try to get to her. And the traditional emperor that we see in the tarot, her counterpart, is the only one that had what it took to court her. So I need you to get into that mindset. It doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman. I'm not settling for less because you think I should. Okay, I ain't doing it. I want to marry somebody that has just as much passion as me in this particular field. I don't want to marry a mechanic. You have that right. You have that right. All right, sweet universe. Can I have one final message for pile one? Put this up here because they're trying to fall. There we go. Yes, I love this for you. So you see, being the black sheep of onyx isn't as bad as what it seems after all, huh? And for those that decided to not really engage because they're focused on work, maybe you already knew what your family was about, and that's why you took time to, maybe I said this already, but you were just like, no, I know how you are. So I don't want to impose on your reasonings. I'm only saying, like, if you are feeling as though, and also this thing too, this reasoning too, if you've tried to reach out to family or what have you and they don't try to reciprocate that, I could understand that too. I'm not going to sit here and stress myself out and try to win over your validation. No, I'm going to validate myself. I have a phone just like you, so I see that too, if that makes sense. Like, don't let anybody try to make you feel some type of way because you don't come around. They know why you don't come around. It's always the middle. Okay, so for your cards in the reading, it is honor your inner child. It says to focus on your inner child's needs. Is your inner child afraid or need more playtime? Cherish these precious moments being within you. Now let me tell you something. At first I used to think that the whole terminology of inner child was stupid because I'm like, I'm a grown woman. What am I going to do with my inner child? But let me tell you, once I learned how to heal that little girl within me, she is the most, she is so wise, because you got to think, she's already experienced childhood, right? And as each year progresses and we get a little older, that is our first time being that particular age. So she is your guide to help you with things. She knows exactly how your family are. She knows how your friends are, because this was the person that got wounded. And she, like I said, she is a warrior. So is your inner child afraid? I wouldn't say so much as, okay, well, yeah, heal that part of you. Get that taken care of. Heal him or her, okay? And then build her up to be your team player in life. I am so grateful for the fact that I was able to heal her. Because in return, when my family or anyone tries to pull their nonsense, she's right there like, remember that? We already been through this. We already know what they're about. And I'm here to remind you that there's absolutely nothing, you know, like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, whatever. I'm telling you, you will appreciate it if you do. So honor her, him. Spend time with her. Don't take life so seriously. This is coming from someone who survived a stroke. Stop worrying about what people think about you and enjoy being a child. These are the key things that is needed as you manifest what you want. Because you don't want to get to the end game and then, you know, so cherish these moments. Take care of you, my dear sheep of onyx. You got this. You're only considered black because of the fact that you're beautiful. I don't see black as a dirty thing, a negative thing. Okay? You're filled with all colors. You're rare. You are rare. And they don't understand why you don't look like them. Why you don't act like them. You're not supposed to. You're not for everybody, and that's okay. So if you think this reading resonates, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about me. And most importantly, remember this, dear zesty pile one. When life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care. Bye. Hello, everyone that chose pile 2. Thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. So, like I said in the introduction, this is to discuss why you are considered the black sheep, but I like to refer to you as the sheep of onyx because of your rarity. You aren't like whomever is making you feel this way, nor should you be. So, let's get into your reading. Sweet universe, I am here with pile 2. What is the truth? Why is pile 2 considered the sheep of onyx? There is something within you that they don't have, so they try to shame you. Why is pile 2 considered the sheep of onyx? one more. Right there. Okay. Very strong. Something about this middle. The heart of the matter. So, engage higher reason is the card for you. All right. I'm going to have to look at the booklet for this one. Some of these I can't remember. That's okay. It's okay. Engage higher reason. And then I'll be able to take it from there. Where are you at? Engage. There we go. Page 47. All right, so it says, are you unsure of what is actually true? And what you, or is it just fear? Is it just fear or illusion talking? Are you insecure and threatened? Do not worry, you are safe. It is time to discern the fact from fiction. However, respond to life's challenges in a grounded, objective way. All right, so it says you are being called to detach and observe the situation objectively for the moment. Take nothing personally. Remain calm and available to all the points of views and without feeling defensive. Resist emotional drama. Avoid the addictive lure and see it that it is a waste of energy. Use your higher ground of reason to sort fact from fiction. All right, so. All right, so basically what now that I kind of get the gist of this, some of you are in this mindset where you believe that everything you touch crumbles. You believe that you are cursed. I don't know if it's because of family that's made you feel this way, because I don't think so. Excuse me. I kind of feel like this is you saying this to yourself. You believe that you just don't have what it takes to be a part of this world, if you will. Like, so what? You're clumsy. So what? You have a speech impediment. So what? You may not be beautiful to everyone. So what? You, like I said, you may be overweight. You might have acne prone skin. You might be bald headed. Can't grow your hair right. Okay, those are genetics. But that doesn't necessarily specify who you are at the soul. You might have ADHD and you're walking around here undiagnosed. So there is a reason. However, there are different ways to go about these things. One, if you don't like the way that you look, you can always change that up. If you have acne prone skin, start by drinking lots of water and then go and see a dermatologist. If you are overweight, I think I already said that, exercise, find a diet plan that will work out for you. If you have a low self-esteem and you don't think that you're pretty, Start buying yourself a pair of pants and a shirt. Build a new wardrobe for yourself. But please understand this. These things that I said are nothing but accessories. Okay? And you are how you feel. Whether you believe that you can or cannot, you are absolutely right. So I feel like that's where it stems from. You don't think you're good enough, you're going to act like you're not good enough. If you do have family that love you, stop thinking, oh, you're just saying that because I'm your daughter or your son or your cousin or your uncle or your brother or sister. You don't mean that. Ultimately, I think you need therapy. You need to go to therapy so that you can allow yourself to hear this negative self-talk that you project on yourself every single day. That's what I think this is saying. Because your higher self, your inner child, they're sitting back like, whoa, what are we going to do with this one? Because we're trying to show them that we don't believe that. But they keep on putting this out there, that this is what we're about. We are much greater than that. So, definitely suggest therapy. So let's go ahead and ask why this card is here. One second, I have to grab this alarm. It's driving me nuts. You may not be able to hear it, but I can, and I need to turn it off. 1 second. That feels much better. It's getting tired of hearing it over and over again. Okay. So, continuing with the shuffling. Sweet universe, why is engage higher reason here? For my pile twos, why is this card here for them? Yeah, some of you are black sheep or sheeps of honest because you made yourself that way. That's what I feel. All right, so the 8 of swords, I'm sorry, not swords, but the 8 of cups and not cups. I hate when my brain does this. That's part of the stroke. I will say other things until I get to what I'm trying to do. It's like my mind is still trying to clear out everything. But anyways, it is the 8 of coins in reverse. There we go. So with it being in reverse, I feel like this is, okay. You're feeling this way because of the fact that you don't have the job or the dream job that you're wanting. I also feel like you might be thinking, I don't have a necessary skill that I want to improve. I'm just bland. I don't have anything special about me. And so you just, instead of taking the time to learn something, you take everything at face value, like, oh, well, because I lack this, then this must mean that. That's not what that means at all. It means that it's time for you to stop bullying yourself and find what makes you tick. I want you to make a list and ask what you like. What does, and not just like, but want. What does so and so want? So if your name is Sabrina, okay, maybe not, but let's say that your name is Sabrina, and you just write that list. What does Sabrina want? And I'm telling you, things will start coming out of you that you didn't even realize. What does Sabrina need? Take away the material things. I'm talking about emotionally and all that. And then I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to do to get these things? So we have the King of Cups here. This right here is, this could be fatherly vibes. And since it's in the upright, this is someone that is very caring and nurturing. So I want to say it's very important for you to seek out a doctor, because I can't provide any diagnosis for you, but for some of you, it's safe to say maybe, I'm going to say maybe, because disclaimer, I'm not a physician, but I feel depression from this, okay? This may also stem from a father figure. But when I see that the King of Cups is, well, the hook, if you will, is trying to find this treasure, I feel like this is saying, like, it's time for you to find your desires. It's time to set intentions. But before you could do that, you really need to do the work on self-care, self-love, self-improvements. Because this isn't going to matter because you don't believe that it's going to happen. Okay? We have the Moon card here. So this right here is definitely fear-based energy. And we're going to get to the bottom as to why you feel this way. We have the Knight of Cups here. Were you in a relationship dealing with a narcissistic individual and they made you lose all insight of who you are? All right, let's go ahead and continue. Because it's always, you know, you can't just, you can't, sorry. It doesn't just come from out the blue. There has to be a trigger of some sort to make anybody react the way that they do. Now, we know that Gaston, if that's how you pronounce his name, he's good looking. He's a show off. He's disgusting, if you want to be quite honest. Like, he doesn't care about whether or not you have feelings. You should focus on him and only him. So that's why I ask, did you deal with a narcissistic individual, whether they are a man or a woman? Someone made you feel this way. Were you in a relationship and they stepped out on you? And now you don't believe that you are desirable anymore or worth anything anymore. These things that you are telling yourself are lies. You know, I had to learn that when I walked around feeling as though I wasn't good enough, I played that role so well that it made people uncomfortable to where they automatically treated me like crap. Because basically, your energy is saying, treat me like crap because I feel like I deserve it. When I realized I was doing that to myself, I was like, absolutely not. And those that tried to continue it got put in their place real quick. And I'll tell them, you know, that was me when I didn't love myself, I didn't appreciate myself, but now that I know exactly what I'm capable of, you will not treat me that way. And they are cut off. I do not have the time for it, and nor should you. That's very strong too. Right here. Okay. Gotta keep looking at the time. Okay. Very strong right here too. All right. Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups here. We have the Devil. We have the 10 of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so go after what you want. I feel that the moment that you do the self-work and you start seeing all the capable things that you are capable of, your wish will come true. And what I think that is, honestly, is peace, love, and contentment. Your family, because I don't feel negative energy from your family, and for some of those, or some of you, that may be the case. But I feel that they just don't know what to do, because regardless of what they say to you, you don't believe it. And so, I feel that once you take care of yourself, you will get back to where you are. Now, this could also be playing the storyline of what happened. At one point in time, you were in love. You thought that you met the person of your dreams, okay? And then they turned out to be your living nightmare, okay? They instilled fear in you constantly, gaslighting you, making you think that you were the one that was crazy when really it was them. As you can see, played you like a puppet. This could also be your shadows. You believing that you're not good enough or that you deserve good things. And this is the devil telling you these things. But as you could see, this is a figment of the imagination. I appreciate one quote. I could only paraphrase it, but when I think about the show Lucifer, Lucifer got annoyed at the fact that people was blaming him for things that they were doing. Like, I didn't influence this. You did this on your own. So it's time for you to call out that shadow. You are doing this to yourself. Okay? Now, the Ten of Swords here, this is saying that you are at the end. You are at the end of those fears and those self-limiting beliefs. You really are. But you have to believe that you're at the end of that, because you could move on to a new phase in life. This is the ending of strife and painful endings. It's time to heal. Okay? It's definitely time to heal. It's time for you to get your groove back. The Knight of Wands. Dance to your own rhythm. Find your rhythm again. All right, let's see. Done with those? No, I don't. Go here. Okay. Yeah, gotta knock this off. Because you are stunting your own growth. You are stunting your own success. You are stunting your happiness. You are doing this. I understand that people can be assholes. But you have to take accountability for allowing this energy to continue. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I will be 40 this year. And it took me the end of gosh, that's so weird to say. I'm about to be 40. And last year was when I realized, yeah, people were buttholes. But I had to take responsibility for allowing that energy to take over my thought process and everything else. And you know what? I had my therapist there to help me realize that. She didn't tell me this. I realized that on my own. Oftentimes we don't want to take, responsibility because we want to blame everybody else. Hence, the devil made me do it. No, the devil ain't made you do nothing. You did that. You did that. So you cannot continue to walk around here unmedicated, unhealed. You're walking around here unhealed. Hurt people hurt people. So no, you're not going to find, happiness when you're walking around here hurting. Or if you are socializing with hurt people, they're going to end up hurting you. Stop doing that to yourself. It's time for you to expand. You deserve that. Okay, so we have the Death card in reverse. Yeah, it's time to end that, okay? No more running away from change. Some of you are holding on to this because this is your comfort zone. Death promises a rebirth. You're scared to change because it's the unknown. But I'm telling you, it's going to benefit you so much than what you have right now. And the thing is, with the Death card, just like physical death, there's absolutely nothing you could do because the universe is going to shift you regardless. You just better make sure that you're ready. you're going to change one way or another, but it's going to be in the way that you need to. So let it go. Let go of the pain. Oh, so and so was constantly me. Let it go. It's time for you to purge that energy out and realize that what was done to you was not because of the fact that you deserve these things. It's just that people are buttholes. If you had a crappy childhood, welcome to the club. We all had one. And just because you're considered the black sheep does not mean that you should continue to live as though you are unworthy. There is something within you that you have to figure out. You ever thought that maybe the reason why you're treated this way is because no one wants to see you figure out what you're destined to become? You're a walking threat and you don't even realize it. We have, see this, look at that. So there's new beginnings coming for you. You are afraid of change. It's time for you to start taking risks. Okay? So this is feeling left out in the cold, abandonment issues, rejection. We've all experienced that. But I'm telling you, change your perspective and a lot of this will change for you. Why? Because you won't be entertaining individuals that reject you. You won't care if whether or not your validation matters to them or not. Because you're going to be focused on validating yourself. I ain't got time to care if you don't like me. I'm out here trying to make my dreams come true while you over here side-eyeing me. So what? I look different than you. Just because you have a beautiful face or a handsome face don't mean shit. You can have a black ass heart. Don't let no bougie ass energy make you feel some type of way either. Because I guarantee you that lifestyle right there, they got to keep that up. Can you imagine how exhausting that is, trying to keep up with the Jones? Because if you fall off, then all of a sudden you'll be down at the bottom. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe they need to be able to experience what it feels like to bump their head so that they can be humble again. Ain't nobody better than nobody. So if this stems from a mother, a nagging mother that was appreciative of you being a blessing, or children altogether, she was mad because she didn't get a chance to live her life the way that she wanted to. No one told her to have children. I hate to say it like that because that was a choice, but what I'm saying is that has nothing to do with you. Her choices should not fall on you. I guess that's what I should have said. So forgive me for saying that, because I can't stand that, and I don't want to be a hypocrite because I've had that told to me. Well, nobody told you to have kids. You know, that's just a way of saying, well, we don't want to help you, and stop trying to put that on us. But still, in the same light, she chose to be a mother. And maybe for those, she didn't. Maybe she didn't. Maybe there were some situations that happened. And unfortunately, you know, for some of you, you will always be marked as the child that should not have been born. And for that, I am so sorry for that. And you definitely need great healing from that. So if she is doing that to you or has made you feel that way, please surround yourself with loving individuals that will tell you quite the opposite. And I'm pretty sure they're very upset with her for making you feel that way. But the Empress card to me also symbolizes your creative womb being barren. being neglectful on yourself. And it's time to change that up. It's time for you to tap in, because right now you don't see that you are an empress. Regardless if you are a man or a woman, you are. You are an empress. I think that as of right now, you have to continue to go through the motions. And I think that life is helping you to see these things. You're not being punished. You're simply learning. Okay? So let's go ahead and let me check. All right. Let's go ahead and pull one card from the Afterthought Tarot. I hope I wasn't brash about, your mother didn't have to have children. I wasn't trying to say that in a negative light. I was just saying that, because you have some people out here that won't admit that they bit off more than they can chew. And so they take it out on their children. Their children has absolutely nothing to do with their personal choice, is what I was trying to say. And this is if they willingly, decided to have children for whatever reason may be. Maybe it was because they thought that they were going to be, in a meaningful relationship and the person stepped out. So they're taking it out on you because you look just like the father, or whatever the case may be. It's not right. Either way it goes. But on the more sensitive topic, I'm sorry that happened. All right. So we have the Four of Wands here, and that's good to see. So for some of you, if you've seen a lot of 1111s, 111s, I'm going to even say 444s, okay? This is saying that you are going to come to a time when you will experience abundance. You will experience a leveled foundation, solid foundation. You're afraid that you're not going to get married. You will get married. This is happiness overall, okay? So, but please keep in mind, before you can get here, you got to go through all this. We all have to experience the ugly, the terrible, and the devastations before we can get to the good a lot of the times. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. All right, so let's go ahead and pull you a final message. Yes, everything's going to work out for you. I believe that. Now it's your turn. Because if that wasn't the case, it would have came up in reverse. Happiness is on the way. We saw that with the Ten of Swords. You're simply learning. Not water, but pressure on a coal and fire. Oh my gosh, fire creates what? A diamond. So, in all actuality, you are a diamond. You just have to realize that. You are the embodiment of creation. You are the embodiment. See, because the thing is that you have such a beautiful heart. You love the idea of love. You daydream about the mushy romantic movies because one day you want that to be you. But you were made to feel as though you don't deserve it because of some narcissistic fool. All right. So this says, make peace with uncertainty. And it says, it may take a while to find clarity about a situation. Be patient and know that the invisible healing forces are at work during this phase. So remember what I said, you are afraid of change. Okay? You are afraid of seeing what it's like on the other side. You are afraid of seeing what it's like to no longer be a victim that you created within yourself. Because on the other side of that is the Empress. So I'm going to need you to step out of this mindset. Just because you have, I get it. I really do. I can sit here and I can tell you all kinds of stuff that I've gone through. But when I had my stroke, I had to realize right then and there, I got to choose life. I don't have time to be holding on to all the wouldas, couldas, shouldas. I don't have time to be holding what somebody did to me, at their throat. Because you're going to experience people that could care less about if they hurt you or not. Hurt people hurt people. And if they ain't hurt, then they just don't care. And you have to be okay with that. You don't need clarification or validation from nobody but yourself and the universe. So stop doing this to yourself, okay? I need you to be your best self. So if this reading resonates, go ahead and drop a like down below. I'm not a like, but hit that like button. You can comment if you would like to. Hit subscribe, tell your friends about me, but most importantly, remember this, pal, too. When life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. You take care of yourself, okay? I'll be checking on you if I need to. Don't make me come over there. Just kidding. All right, bye. Hello to everyone that chose pile 3. Thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. So we're going to get into why you are considered the black sheep. But like I said in the previous videos and even in the introduction, I don't like to say that because I consider you a sheep of onyx because you are rare and there's something about you that stands out, and because they don't understand what you're destined to become, they naturally want to try to shame you for being who you are. And so this reading is making an attempt for you to see things from a different perspective, for you to see how the universe sees you. Because there's something deep down inside of you that needs to come out, and this disgusting smut, if you will, of negative talk and projection, it needs to be cleared so that you can free yourself from that and be your best self and true self. So, sweet universe, I'm here with pile 3. What is the true reason why they are considered a black sheep? Gentlemen, get back up there. Stop trying to chew on my carpet. Get back up there. Now, thank you. He has this obsession with my carpet, like he wants to chew on it. I mean, I know he's still teething, but sheesh. I guess I just answered my own question. Okay, I'm getting stuck here. There we go. Now let's put this back. I'm struggling. Alright, sweet universe. what is the real reason why pile 3 is considered the sheep of onyx? There feels good. Maybe I need to turn it off. What you call it? Right there. Mario Kart is playing in the background. Let me mute that. I thought it was muted. There we go. I'm not trying to get a strike against me because they hear that in the background. Okay, so we have do things in moderation. Now this is interesting. So, okay, so to hear do things in moderation, this is telling me that you are in need of patience and because the thing is, if you force yourself, then you're going to half it, you know what I mean? Speak what you're trying to say, Lee. I don't know if you feel that it is adamant for you to become something that someone is put. I feel like you have, okay, spit it out. I feel that you have pressure put on you, and naturally you have made this or created this mindset that it's all or nothing. I'm either going to be successful or I'm not. And I don't know if it's because someone has told you this or if this is you doing this to yourself. So I'm not really getting a black sheep vibe. But I think that the issue that people may have with you is you might be just doing too much. Doing too much and then upset at the fact that it's not working out the way that you want it to. So it's very important for you to do things in moderation. I want to look at the booklet so that we can get a better understanding of what this is also saying to you. If I can find it. Where did I put that booklet? I try to keep them close. And, oh, there it is right here on top of this. Put that back. All right. Do things in moderation. Page 66. So we're going to see what's going on with you. So it says, have you been overindulging in some area in your life lately? Are your eating choices, are you eating chocolate, for example, like there's no tomorrow? Have you dropped the ball on your exercise regimen and are loafing on the couch? Okay, so I'm just going to stop it right there. Well, actually, no, I'm going to continue. I just want to see. The divine energy is calling for you to achieve moderation in all of this at this time. Exercise self-control, but still enjoy life and all the delicious offerings. To be self-denying to the point of severity robs you of the sweetness of your life. This is not wise, nor should you be so indulgent in the pleasures that your excess sickens you. Follow the path of moderation to avoid extremes of some sort. Allow yourself to enjoy life, but don't let the pleasures overrun you. Your good sense, run you and your good sense. Follow the middle way. All or nothing mindset. It does not work. That's what I was trying to say. The retrograde is over, but yet I'm still struggling. So, like I was saying, I feel like you'd be doing too much. And because you do too much, I'm not going to say necessarily that you are a black sheep, but in a lot of ways, a lot of people might think that you're annoying. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. You annoy people with the things that you do. And then on top of it, you might be a complainer as well. And we are now getting to the point to where we're not going to tolerate that. So it's all about doing what you need to do to get out of this mindset. So like I said, you're doing too much as far as you have abandoned your diet regimen. Don't sit here and complain that things aren't the way they once was because you're just sitting around eating. Don't complain that you can't find a date if you're not taking care of yourself, or you don't and not just taking care of yourself like makeup or cologne and things like that. This all comes with the territory when you exercise self-love. So I feel like you are very selfish and you do things regardless of the consequences. And now you're starting to see why you might be considered the black sheep or the sheep of onyx. You can utilize this passion towards something that is more beneficial to you. So let's get into what that may mean for you. And I don't apologize for saying that you're annoying. You know that you're annoying. I'm pretty sure you've heard it before. So it's nothing new. This is just something that you're going to have to realize. You can't please everybody. We're all going to annoy somebody. I think the frustration lies in the fact that you don't want to be called out for it. But yeah, you're doing too much. And it's to the extent of, you know, for example, and I also see this as you are an energy vampire. And this is something that you have to realize and recognize within yourself. You, like, if somebody wants to chit chat, you might just take over the conversation and make it all about you and don't leave a word for somebody else. Or if they invite you over to the house, you always stay until the wee hours of the night, and they're trying to be nice, but really they want to tell you, take your ass home, I want to go to sleep, you know, or you're just, you know, just doing too much at the end of the day. I don't think that the term black sheep applies to you. I would look at it as, like I said, an energy vampire, a mooch, or something to that degree. But we're going to see what's going on. Stop it right there. Feel strong in the middle. All right, So we have the Five of Wands here. Okay, so I feel like there is a block. You're doing too much, but the thing is that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I think it stems from the fact that you don't really know exactly what it is that you want. Now, in other tarot definitions, the Five of Wands could represent competition of some sort. Or this could be arguing, whatever the case may be. But in this case, I feel that you just don't know what you want to do. You're in that mind state of, well, I don't know what I want, so I'm just going to just wing it and whatever calls out to me. But no, you're causing more destruction than you are gaining anything from it. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so with the Seven of Wands, I kind of feel like for some of you, you might still be staying with your parents, or maybe you are staying with a roommate and you have worn out your welcome. I'm going to tell you right off bat, you have wore out your welcome, and you're doing too much. Maybe you're focused on you to the point to where you have neglected the fact that you stated that you were only going to be there for a certain amount of time. You have grown comfortable and you give individuals the bare minimum just to keep you around, and that's not fair. Okay, this is not fair at all. I feel that the Seven of Wands is people trying to tell you, like, look, I don't like what you're doing. I don't appreciate how you're going about things. I think you're very selfish. And it's up to you to actually take into consideration what they're saying, instead of looking at it like, oh, they're just trying to attack me, or they're jealous. Because no, you need to grow up, basically. Okay. We have the Star card here. So for some of you, there is some divine healing that needs to go on. Some of you have this, have your, I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say because I'm trying not to stammer, and I did it anyways. You have a false sense of hope, like you are putting your stock into superficial things, and this is why you're not getting where you're wanting to go. So for example, let's say you want to be a musician, okay? But you laze about, you don't take care of responsibilities, and you're out here, all you know is just doing music. And it frustrates you because people don't understand where you're coming from. Well, see, the thing is that while you are nurturing your passions, you also have to nurture the foundation surrounding it. Okay, so you need to take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, logically, socially, because and I also feel like for some of you that are wanting to not so much be like a singer or a rapper, I kind of feel like you just don't want to really apply yourself. You believe that the universe should give this to you, and the universe is showing you time and time again, no, this is not how this works. Okay, yes, you do deserve amazing things, but you have to do the work in order to get it. This is why I said that some of you need to grow up. You need to do things in moderation. There's nothing wrong with you slowing down and actually seeing, okay, I see what so-and-so's talk about. Yeah, I could probably change the way that I handle this and this and this, or maybe I don't necessarily need to buy this pair of Jordans. I already have 30 pair. I can go without them. You know, like I feel like some of you need to stop honing in on the demands of society and take care of your responsibilities. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So I feel that some of you are turning a blind eye to the situation. I'm trying to see what's going on out here. Okay, sorry. I thought somebody was getting bullied out here. But you try to turn a blind eye to the situation, and you just don't want to accept it, and you choose to act as though there's nothing wrong with the situation. But so I'm kind of, yeah, you don't know how to take accountability for your actions. I think that you're spoiled. You have a false sense of entitlement. And unfortunately, this is why you are considered the black sheep, because you don't apply yourself the way that you should. Sit down, Jimin. Thank you. So let's go ahead and continue with this reading. That's unfortunate for you. So hopefully we'll see if you actually take the time to think about this. And we can't sit here and act like this energy doesn't exist, because it does. It does. Can't win them all. One more. Okay. So we have the Fool card here, which represents new beginnings, taking risks. And I think that when you decide to take risk, make sure that these are smart choices. Because I'm getting a vibe that some of you just do what you do the action and then you think later. Stop chewing on my carpet. Thank you. And then you wonder, well, why did that happen? Well, because you didn't think it through, so make sure that you take the time to thoroughly examine the choices that you are wanting to make. Okay. I also see with the Five of Wands, while you are unsure of what it is that you want to do, there's going to be an opportunity that is going to present itself. So you'll have the opportunity to figure that out. You just have to take that plunge. So we have the Nine of Swords here. For some of you, you are insecure and vulnerable because of the fact that you don't like the things that are being said about you. Okay, this is also paranoia. You might think that everybody is out to get you. And no, they're not out to get you. They want you up out of their space because you are draining. Okay? I also see this as not really knowing what to do. Like, you're afraid that, if I do make a choice, how do I know that it's the right choice? Well, you'll never know until you try. And it's also important to note that you have to make a lot of mistakes in order to become successful. Okay. So, I mean, that's all part of learning. But if you're not taking the time to learn from your mistakes, then we have a problem. Lay it down. Okay, so with the Two of Cups here with the star, I feel like some of you are in need of healing from a connection, or maybe you are acting out because of a connection. You're upset that it did not work out the way that it did. This person showed you who they were, but you weren't really wanting to accept that. We have to learn, and I said this on TikTok, we have to learn to stop passing out these Oscar awards to people because we assume, oh, babe, you're acting. No, they're not acting. They're showing you exactly who they are, and you need to take it upon yourself to listen. I also see this as the Two of Cups talking about a collaboration of some sort. You got to get yourself together in order to, how can I put it? Because right now I feel extreme immaturity from you. No one is going to want to work with you until you grow up. I know that sounds harsh to say. You're probably like, well, damn, bitch. But still, like, you got to grow up. You can't, nobody can rely on you if you're, especially if you're just taking time to selfishly focus on you. Now, when it comes to healing and putting yourself first, I can understand that. It's okay because people that are energy vampires, such as yourself, you know, they want to draw themselves to individuals all the time and sap them of their energy because they just think that whatever they're doing is just so important when really it's not. You're a waste of time, you know, in that particular moment. So don't talk about it, be about it. So definitely learn what you need to learn in order to break this habit of yours. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ace of Swords. So this makes me happy to see because this is that breakthrough. It's like a ta-da moment. Okay, I see that I'm not getting anywhere here. So this is good to see. You're finally going to take action. Good, because you can't keep doing this. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. Move this over here. Why are these cards here? And for those that are like, wow, she's rude. I mean, hey, the truth hurts. It really does. But if that's going to help you to become a better person, then my job is done. The thing is that I kind of feel like some of you have been coddled and people will constantly make excuses for you. Well, I'm not going to make an excuse for you. I'm going to call it out for what it is. You know, we got to start taking accountability for our actions. We're so quick to find readings that talk about what somebody else done, but we never want to talk about the things that we do. Sometimes we are the problem. And if you can't help, I mean, if you can't accept that, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sorry. All right, and one more, please. Okay. even if you just got out of a relationship that didn't work out, this still does not give you the right to selfishly take it out on other people. I also want to say that too. All right, so we have the Five of Cups. It's time for you to accept the past, because this is grieving of some sort. Now, if this is pertaining to a loss of loss of a loved one, this does not count. You have the right to mourn for however long you need to. Okay. But if this is something not working out, stop wearing this cloak of shame and realize that there are two cups behind you. You could try again. But for some of you, you enjoy crying over spilled milk. That's what this is saying. Like, you want to play the victim card, or, you know, the victim role. Here, I thought that sometimes rejection is protection. Or maybe it's because of the fact that you weren't focusing the way that you were. You wanted it right then and there, that you did not pay attention to the details, and it didn't work out. Now you're sad and you're loathing over it. Like, no, you got to take responsibility for these things and accept it, and then try again. So we have the Six of Pentacles here. So for some of you, I feel like you want an equal give and take. Well, you got to stop taking. Stop taking and start giving. Start being charitable with your time. That's what I think. That's what that's saying. Get over there and sit down. You just went out not too long ago. You're not going back out. So stop. So for some of you that are constantly borrowing money, if you don't have the means to pay it back in any form or fashion, stop asking and try to find a way to do your own thing in a smart way, might I add. But I do feel like this is saying to give back to those. And for example, like, if you don't have money, let's not even talk about the money. Let's just say that you're having a telephone conversation. How about for once you let somebody else talk? Or if you know that you spend all day at somebody's house, how about you just call them and see how they're doing? Or, you know, just stay for like 20 minutes. You don't have to be there all day. You just don't have to do it. Instead of eating chocolate, how about you go ahead and get a banana or some nuts, or my favorite, pink pineapple. You know, like, you can do that. The thing is that you have alternatives that you can choose. I feel like the Six of Pentacles is asking for you to invest your time in things that are going to be beneficial to you. So in the sense of connections, I feel like if you do so, then things will be happier and more promising for you. People will start trusting you and wanting you to come back around again, because you realized that, you know, your energies weren't helping you. This represents love and contentment, especially in the home. You know, so wherever it is, if you are taking advantage of somebody's home and you're not helping them or whatnot, then handle that situation so that everyone can heal and live happily ever after. You know, this is happiness and contentment realized. So you will receive this. Now, if this is talking about relationships or whatnot, I think that you need to heal. And once you learn to love yourself, and people get annoyed when they say, well, why do I have to love myself? Think about that question. Why do I have to love myself for somebody else to love me? Well, because how are you going to know how to be loved if you don't start with yourself? You got to be careful with what type of love you're attracting. You know, so for those that was hurt by somebody else and basically you're just acting out, get yourself together, okay? And then we have we have another one. We have the Ace of Swords. On top of the Ace of Swords is, again, so this is a strong meaning that there is a breakthrough coming for you, that you're going to start taking action. You need to take action. I also see this as clarity, owning up to what you have been doing, accepting your truth for some that that are being treated like crap for no apparent reason. But above all, I see victory with this. So good on you. Okay? So let's go ahead and shuffle the Afterthought Tarot to see what's going to transpire after this, now that you know what you need to be doing. Universe, what is going to transpire after everything is said and done? All right, that feels good right there. Oops, don't you fall. Okay, put you back up here just in case you try. Well, I guess because my cards are bent. Felt strong there. I'm trying to figure out which one though. Yeah, I'm gonna choose this one. And the Ace of Swords again. So okay, so this is good to me. I feel like this is going to be a major change. There is a breakthrough coming in for you. I do know that. You are going to take it upon yourself to do what's best and necessary for your life so that you can get out of this rut. For those that don't know what they want to do, I feel that you are definitely going to figure it out, and when you do, you are going to be amazing at it. So for some of you that don't feel like you're incapable because of the fact that you don't know what you want to do, what I'm seeing is also, if you was to turn around and see those cups and you realize what you should be doing or what you desire to do, you will have the finances to take care of family. You will be able to live the life that you want to live. That's what I see. But for some of you that are selfish and not really focusing on anything, you're going to learn your lesson, because eventually you're going to get lonely. We're humans. We got to have some sort of interaction, right? So good on you. All right, sweet universe, what message do you have for pile 3? And right here. Right there. Okay, so the message for you is to tap into your spiritual power. And it says, reach out to a greater power than yourself to solve a dilemma. Stay open to the guidance in your life. So, I think with this, yeah, pray, meditate, whatever the case may be. Go to church if you feel lost. Go to therapy. seek a Reiki master, whatever the case may be, to really get you to open up those chakras, because I feel like there's something blocked here. And it could be your solar plexus. It could definitely be your heart chakra and your sacral chakra. Actually, all of them, because you are so closed off and the only thing that you can think about is yourself. So to figure out what you need to do, start there. Go to therapy and explain to them what's going on with you and hear yourself talk so that you can teach yourself what you're doing, okay? So if this resonates, go ahead and drop a like. If not, that's okay. Drop a comment. What else was I about to say? Hit subscribe. My dog is distracting me. Hit subscribe. Tell your friends about me. But most importantly, remember this. When life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care, everyone. Bye.